I used to hate my life so much. I used to wonder, if I'm such a good person, like people tell me I am, if I'm so kind, then why do I feel like shit all the time? Why is it that I wander through life and nothing good seems to happen to me? Nothing that I want ever becomes mine. Why? I realized something years later, right? So when I was 25, I realized that the reason why everything sucks isn't because the world's unfair. It isn't because you're a shitty person. I mean, shitty people get good things all the time. It almost seems like the shittiest people get the best things. But, so, what is it? It was me. Everything that was wrong with my life was my own fault. Everything. Every single thing that I hated was a direct result of a decision or a series of decisions that I decided to make at some point in my life, and I was living through the consequences of that. Having that realization at 25 was the most freeing experience I've ever had. I decided that my life could be better. It was in my control. And this is the thing that's really terrible about blaming other people and blaming the world, is that you give the power to somebody that isn't you, to something that's not you, which means you can't change it because you can't control what other people do and how other people act. But if you give that power to yourself and you say, it's my fault, I'm the reason why everything is shit, you can change it now. Now you can actually materialize the things that you want from life because you are now in the driver's seat. You're in control. I think life is really hard for everyone. I think everybody goes through so much shit, and nobody really cares about your problems that much because everybody has so many of their own. And if you can really get yourself into that headspace that the only person that can save you is yourself, the only person that can care about your problems is really you, right? Because no one else, if you're not going to put in the effort to fix them, no one else can put in more effort than you. And even if they do, even if they try to give you all the help, they sacrifice their own time and they sacrifice their own finances or whatever to help you, if you don't want it as much as they do for you, or more than they do for you, it's all going to fall to pieces. Because as soon as they leave, they can give you all the tools in the world, but as soon as they leave, you're done. You never built the pillars of what will keep you afloat. It will never stay upright. The building that you created will collapse because there's no foundation. Right? I was so fucked. I was making all the wrong choices. I was doing hella drugs. I had no ambition for a career in the future. I wanted to be a rock star. I was making music and I didn't have any direction of where I wanted to go with it. I just thought I would be discovered and it would be that. And I'll be famous. I'll be successful. I was never going to the gym. I didn't exercise. I wasn't catching up with my friends. I wasn't dating. I was barely hanging out with my family. In a lot of people's eyes, I was seen as a loser. I was forgotten by everyone. Women, other men, peers, right? Disappointing my parents and my family. The people at my job, which was a pretty easy job at the time, didn't really believe in me. There was no real respect. And I kept kept getting so depressed. I was like, this is just who I am. I'm the fall guy. I'm the one that's destined for failure, for nothing. Because that's just what the universe bestowed upon me. When it wasn't, I was bestowing that on myself. I was doing it to me. I think having self-awareness is probably the number one thing that's going to help you through life. Self-confidence is great. It's fine. It's good. It makes you feel good. But self-awareness is good for everybody around you and yourself. And if you can get along with people around you and you can get along with yourself and really understand what makes you tick, you can then use that to your advantage to create the life that you want. For me, the trigger point was going to the gym. It was something that I had always wanted. I wanted to get jacked. I wanted to be more healthy, right? And so I started going to the gym at 25. I tried 5 times or 6 times before that, and nothing ever stuck. Nothing ever. I didn't have that discipline. Finally, after years of trying, I tried one more time and it stuck. And 5 days a week, I was going to the gym relentlessly. I loved it. I loved the process. If you can find something that you're good at, that you enjoy, that you can become good at, you don't have to be good at it from the beginning. It will transform your life. It will transform your life. I went to the gym, like I said, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, every day, relentlessly. It improved my eating habits. It improved my sleeping habits. I stopped drinking so much. I stopped doing drugs. I got bigger. I got more respect from people because no matter what people tell you, your appearance matters. The way you present yourself to the world matters. People will judge you for what you look like. It doesn't matter what they say. It matters what they do, and they will judge you because I know it's nice to think, don't judge a book by its cover, but everybody does it. Everybody does it. I'm sorry, but everybody does it. It's natural, it's biological. You do it, I do it. Everybody naturally has a first impression from the way that you present to the world, from the way that you look, from the way that you appear. It's not about your physical looks, it's not about your jawline or your bone structure. It's all things that are in your control. Your dress sense, your haircut, your clothing choices. Sorry, I kind of said that one, but do you shave? Do you look after yourself? Are you disciplined, right? And that can be seen in things like, do you exercise frequently? Do you do things that you don't really want to do? You are everything that's wrong with you. There's this quote from BoJack Horseman, of all shows, where Todd says to BoJack Horseman, you are everything that's wrong with you. It's not the drugs, it's not your past, it's you. And I mean, I kind of butchered that, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but the longer that you run away from yourself and you keep denying that you're in control, that it is your fault, the longer you're going to go and live the life that you don't want to live. Be the version of yourself that you don't want to be. Take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for who you are. Be accountable for the decisions that you made. You chose to be where you are. You chose the choices that brought you to where you are right now. And you can choose to get out of it. I always knew what the right choice was, but I chose to make the wrong choice. It wasn't until I listened to the voice in my head that was telling me, do this. And then I did that. And then lo and behold, I got what I had always wanted. You can choose the good path. Is it what you want? You decide. You decide.